What I'm saying is I want you to get started. Practice excellent. Think bigger. Reach further. Dig deeper and live from there. Live from that. Live Life Mogul. Hey, it's Lene Javette. This is the Live Life Mogul podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Normally, this is where I would tell you where you can find us, how you can hear us. We're available on all the different podcast platforms, especially your favorite one. So make sure you go take a listen, download us, give us a rating, give us big thumbs. Like, we want to make sure that people know about the Live Life Mogul podcast, hear about it, and can find it, okay? But that's all I'm going to talk about on that today. I really want to get into the content today, which is it's your job to raise the bar. And the reason why I want to have this conversation is because I was talking to some people about my brand this week. Mogul in Training, Live Life Mogul, Accelerate Your Mogul. And one of the questions somebody asked me was, why would I want to be a mogul? Like, why is your brand about being a mogul? Why would somebody want to be a mogul? Don't you have to be powerful to be a mogul? Doesn't somebody else have to give you permission to be a mogul? Don't other people have to recognize you as a mogul? And for 1 second, for like an inkling of a second, I was like, well, damn, maybe people don't want to be a mogul. Like, maybe people don't understand what it means to be a mogul. And so for an inkling of a second, shout out to Farrah Fryer, who I went to and was like, hey, tell me how you connect to being a mogul. And she was like, no, people need to be a mogul. What you do is raise the bar. Don't change anything. So let's talk about why somebody would want to be a mogul and what a mogul is. Because a lot of times I think people think that being a mogul in training, it means that they're supposed to be Oprah, or they're supposed to be Jay-Z, or they're supposed to be insert your favorite mogul. And that's not what it means for me, okay? That's not what it means for my community. That's not what it means when I'm talking to you. I'm not trying to downplay somebody or make somebody feel bad about who they are or where they are, or if they have money or if they don't have money, or if their business is doing good or not good, what their family situation is. My goal is to elevate the mentality, elevate the actions, elevate and change generations, right? Change your wealth, change how you do your business, change how you relate, change how you think. Like, that is what it means to me to be a mogul. When you think about how the world operates, you have employees, you have your everyday person, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then you have a boss. That's the person that you turn your timesheet in. And people recognize the terminology boss. And everybody wants to be a boss, right? You have the boss conference. You have the person who's working hard to be the boss. Like, people recognize a boss. And you have to go through boss to get to mogul. But before I get to mogul, let me say something here. A lot of times we raise our family, our children, the people we know, to be bosses. We put them in sports programs because we want them to be a boss on the sports field. We put them in music because we want them to be a boss rapper. But there's another level after boss, and that's called mogul. The mogul is the person who signs the boss's check. It's the CEO. It's the person at the top. And so when I'm talking about Live Life Mogul or Mogul in Training, it's saying try to be at the top, try to be the best. Now, the best does not have to be Oprah for you. The best means be your kind of mogul. Be the best you can be. Not the best Shiva can be, not the best Devin can be, not the best Leroy can be, not the best Lene can be. Be your kind of mogul. What is your potential? Where's your highest threshold? And if you're not giving it your all and doing your all and living at your best, that's what it means to be a mogul. And you don't have to ask permission. You don't have to ask permission to be the best. And you don't have to wait for somebody to say, oh, congratulations, you did a good job. Now you're a mogul. Congratulations, you've worked hard. Now you're a mogul. The first part of being a mogul is in the mind. It's in the actions. It's in where you want to go. It's in what you want to do. And if we have to sit around waiting for somebody to pat us on the back and tell us we did a good job and tell us we're worthy and tell us that we can get to the next level, a lot of times people won't get there. I can guarantee you when Oprah was building Oprah, she was not asking people permission to be who she is. I can guarantee you when Diddy was building his wealth, he wasn't asking people for permission to be a mogul in the rap game. I cannot think of a single person who said, will you ordain me a mogul? Will you give me permission to be a beast? Will you give me permission to be an influencer? Will you give me permission to be powerful? That's a choice and decision you have to make for yourself. You have to say, I'm bigger than this. I'm better than this. I can go further than this. The top has my name on it. And if you don't do that, then that's your choice. That's your business. So I had to come back to that for a minute because I was really getting ready to dumb my brand down. I was really getting ready to make it simpler so that people can get it, so that people can understand what it means to be a mogul. I don't operate by society's norms. Like, I don't operate based on what other people think and say. And when you do that, you can be easily swayed from who you are, what you do, and what you believe. When that person asked me, why would I want to be a mogul? That sounds complicated. That sounds like it's too much work. It is. And that's what separates us from everybody else. And it didn't connect until later on. What it means to be a mogul is you live differently. You move differently. You walk differently. You talk differently. You expect things to happen for you differently. Shiva's on here. You raise your kids at a young age to start a bakery business. You know what I'm saying? You do things that the average person wouldn't do. So if somebody asks me, why would I want to be a mogul? I'm not even going to explain it because you're not my audience. Like if you don't understand why you want to be at the top of the totem pole, I can't make you understand that. If you don't understand what it means to change legacies, to create generational wealth, to be the best of the best, to be able to employ people, to be able to move the ticker in your life, in your generation, in your legacy, I can't explain that to you, and I can't want that for you, and I can't give that to you. I don't necessarily know if I will ever reach Oprah, and I'm okay with that. My job is to keep moving and to keep pushing and to keep striving and to keep building and to keep talking and to keep encouraging so that I move the ticker a little bit. It might not be me who puts the flag at the top. It might be my son. It might be my grandchildren. It might be my great-grandchildren. But somebody has to be the person that takes the first step to start making change. Somebody has to be the person that shows the next generation something different. If you live in the ghetto, the hood, a bad neighborhood, an abusive relationship, whatever the case might be, you have to take one step towards something good. You have to do one thing that's different to show the people behind you something different. If you do something extraordinary or different than what they've never seen, it will give them permission and the power to do something different in their life. Okay. So if somebody says, well, I do this because this is what my mom did, or I live here because this is where my mom lived, or I haven't got out the hood because everybody I know is in the hood, or I haven't written a book because nobody I know has written a book, well, be the first person to do it. Be the first person to do something different. Because if one person does something different, if somebody moguls up, if somebody wants to be the best, if somebody wants to try something different, just one person, then it gives permission for somebody else to do it. That is my goal in life. My goal in life is to give people permission who feel like they need it. There's a lot of us out here who don't feel like we need permission. As a mogul, I don't feel like I need permission. I don't need permission to call myself a mogul. I don't need permission to go out here and do this work. I don't need permission to encourage, to talk to uplift. I don't need that permission. I don't need your say-so, and I don't need your blessing. I got this, right? But there are some people who feel like they need the okay to be great. Like they need permission to be great. They need you to call, to ordain them. They need you to say that it's okay to go out here and do great things. And if that's you, I'm giving it to you right now. I'm letting you know that you can be great, that you should be great, that you have everything that it needs, that you need to be great. And I'm not going to dumb it down. I am changing it a little bit. I'm going to make the Mogul in Training program is going to be my mastermind. So I'm going to elevate Mogul in Training to a mastermind program, and I'm going to create a Accelerate Your Mogul program where people can actually feel like, you know what, I can see myself at the top. I'm not quite sure how to get there, but I do want to accelerate the process. I do want to go through the steps and the channels of changing my mindset, changing my actions, changing my network, building my business so that I can see myself as a mogul. Because if you don't see yourself as a mogul, there's nothing that I can really do to help you at this point. Like, you have to feel, know, and believe that you are called to do something great, that you are better than your circumstances, that you are better than the situation you were born into, the environment, the people, whatever the case might be. And that, unfortunately, is what holds us back. We don't think it's for us. We think it's for somebody else. We will be fine watching somebody else grind and go for it and go through the stages and put in the work, but we don't believe that we can do it ourselves. And that will be why somebody will be like, I'm never going to be a mogul. I'm never going to reach that. Why? Says who? I wonder if when Oprah got started, she knew she would be where she is today. I wonder if when Jay-Z got started, he knew he would be where he is today. I believe these people knew they were going to do great things, but I don't think they knew the level with which they would do these great things. And I think that that's where we have to start thinking. When you think about being your own kind of mogul, like, I'm not worried about being the next Oprah. I don't want to be the next Jay-Z. I want to be the next me. I want to be my kind of mogul. Look at Super Scent. Look at Issa Rae. Look at Robin Thede, who just did the Black Girl sketch. Like, these people created their own lane in their own space. They are their own kind of mogul. Like, you don't have to ask permission. All you got to do is be consistent in your Facebook, consistent in your YouTube, consistent in your brand, consistent in whatever it is that you do, and you can be your own kind of mogul. It is up to you. It is up to me. It is up to us to raise the bar, not anybody else. And we don't have to ask permission, and we don't have to ask. All we have to do is put in the work and be consistent, and we can raise the bar. And that is literally my whole podcast for the day. That's literally it. It's your responsibility to raise the bar. I'm not going to dumb down my messaging. I was going to go away from mogul just because I know that it's a big word. Everybody can't fathom it. A lot of people don't even know what it is or what it means. But my purpose in life is to raise the bar. And if I bring the bar down, or I dumb the bar, or I try to make it easier for people to understand and get it, I'm not doing my job. I'm not taking people where I want them to go, or where I feel that our community should go, or where that I feel that women can go, or how I feel that the next generation can be brought up, or where that change can happen, or breaking generational curses. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to play you to the left. I'm not going to dumb it down or water it down. I'm going to give you the content, the information, the energy that you need to elevate you and to raise the bar. That's what it means to live life mogul. That's what it means to be a mogul in training. And if you don't understand that, but you want to get it, I'm going to create the Accelerate Your Mogul program so that you can accelerate that change, accelerate your transformation, accelerate your concepts, your ideologies, who you are, what you want, and what you want to do with your life. All right? That's it. Like, literally, this is really just one of those conversations I wanted to have with you guys to spark who you are, where you are, what you're doing. Don't worry about what anybody else says. Don't worry if somebody else doesn't get it. Don't worry if people are like, did you really start a business for your kids? Hell yes, I did. Did you really just move across the country for 2 years to move back home? Hell yes, I did. Are you starting a podcast? Yes. Like, you can't be worried about other people's questions and other people's issues and insecurities and fear. You have to be your own kind of mogul and raise the bar for you and your family. Be a boss if you want to. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm glad there's all these bosses out there. But if you want to be a mogul, you can do that too. You can sign checks. You can be at the top. You have to go through boss to get to mogul. And if boss is only as far as you want to go, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But if you want to get to a place where nothing bothers you, where you can look past, the things that are happening to you. This morning, my world was shook. I'm just going to tell you, I had a conversation today. I'm speaking at an event in January where I will be speaking in front of 500 people. Like 500 people. I'm about to be sitting in front of 500 people, and I'm about to have access to 3,600 entrepreneurs. Like, and the other day, somebody was telling me that mogul was too big. What are you talking about? Like, I walk different. I talk differently. No. Every day, confirmation of what I'm supposed to do and who I'm supposed to talk to and what my message is reconfirmed. So all I want you guys to do is stay committed to who you are. Stay committed to your goals, to your dreams, to your consistency. Be authentic. Raise the bar. Raise it for you. Raise it for your children. Raise it for your children's children. Raise it for your community. Raise it for your business. Raise it for your network and your connections. Whoever you know, wherever you go, raise the bar. That's it. That is our podcast for today. I appreciate you guys for listening to me. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Please make sure you share this, download this, find us on your favorite podcast platform. Listen to the replays, share them. Help me get this message out. I want everybody to live life mogul. You may not ever reach your quote unquote full mogul status, but you can live in that space. You can live in your life mogul in your travel. You can live life mogul in your finances. You can live life mogul in your business. You can live life mogul in your relationships if you decide that you want to elevate and go to the next level. That's all it is. It's very simple. It's not a complicated process. It's not a process that's for somebody else. It's for you. If you want better, you can have better. All right. I'm Lene Javette. This is the Live Life Mogul podcast. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you next week. Same time, same place. Peace.